Hey everybody, this is Danny Jr. and I want to talk to you guys about the mastermind. Who's your clique? Did you know that your income is basically the average of the top 5 people you hang with on a consistent basis? That's right, how much money you make is basically the average of the top 5 people whom you hang with. I know you're thinking right now, what the heck do you mean that my income is basically the average of the top 5 people that I hang with? Here's the key, guys. The people that you hang with rub off on you, and ultimately they determine your destination. If you intermingle with them long enough, their habits become your habits. Have you ever gotten to a stage where you hung out with someone so long that you began using the same language as them? If that has ever happened to you, this is exactly what I'm talking about, and that is because you hung with them, you even began to communicate exactly how they communicated. And so as you communicate exactly like them, so is your income. So who are you hanging with? Are you hanging with individuals who basically make you feel stupid because they know so much? If that is the case, then you're in the right place, because they're going to force you to step your game up so that you're able to get exactly what you need to be successful on this planet. So I want to hang with you. I want to connect with you right now. I want to connect. Yes, I want to connect with you. I want to be one of your top 5 friends. Who's your clique? Who are the individuals who you hang around most? And who do you seek your advice from? Now, I'm not talking about on a personal level, because, obviously our parents, for example, are, oftentimes good people who we could communicate to, who are able to share with us some things in our personal life that would help us, progress from that area. But when it comes to business, who are the top 5 people you get your advice from, who you hang around? And if you sat down and you really, thought about it, your income may be close to what theirs is on average. And beyond just income, your habits, that are built are often the result of the people you hang around with, and so is your results. You see, when I first got started, I know I've been talking to you guys about, when I first got started in this one company in network marketing. I got introduced by, a guy who, he had been in the company for, a few years, and, he didn't see that much results. I didn't know that at the time, because I was first introduced to, the concept of network marketing, of creating and designing your own life. And so when I talked to this guy, and, I really realized, probably within the first 3 or 4 months, that he wasn't really an action taker. And I found out that, later on, that, he really wasn't a go-getter like I really thought that he was. They had a shop that they had set up, and, it was to present the opportunity, and they were the only people who really actually had an office that they presented an opportunity to. But because of, who they were at the time, obviously they have gone on to do great things, but at the time, because of that, who I hung with, my success was absolutely, it's not even something to talk about, but when I began to hang around, people who are already successful, my life changed. I'll give you an example. The house, that I have now, for example, has, it's a 3-story house, real nice, real big, high ceilings. But the only reason why I was able to get that house is because I met a guy who was a real estate investor. Guy had at least generated $1 million in revenue every single year. Plus, when I talked with him, he showed me his homes, how nice they were. He invited me to his nice home, and as I started to hang out with him, as he started to really teach me about real estate, that compelled me to take action and buy a home and fix it up. And now I'm in the home today with my family, all because I hung around with the right individual. And, because of that, my life changed. I began to, remove myself from hanging with people who didn't get results or who wasn't taking massive action. And I began to see that my income began to change. And so what I'm trying to tell you right now is that, if you look at who you're hanging around, you may need to change the people who you hang around and ask for business advice. May need to say, what, I don't need to hang with these individuals anymore. I love them. They're cool. If we want to, go out and have a cup of coffee and talk about life's events, then we can do that. When we talk about business, I have another group of people as well who I hang with, who are taking action, who are trying to be successful. And I want to be that guy for you, if I can be, if you allow me to be. I want to be the guy who goes and helps you every single step of the way to ensure your success. I want to make sure that that I'm giving you as much adequate time and commitment as, maybe you really are needing in order for you to get that success that, you've always wanted. I'm not sure if you've ever been in a previous internet or network marketing company and didn't see success, and, you're really looking to get to that point. I want to be the guy to help. So, the best way you can do that is to really become a part of the My Top Tier business. And I know that people may be thinking that I'm just saying this because I really want you to get started. I mean, it's true, but even greater than that, I know that if you don't get started, you will never know the possibilities. You'll never know what's possible. It's true. When I first started that company, I went all in, invested $2,000 and hit the ground running. And I'm gonna tell you, that's the best investment I ever made, because it showed me that when you go all in, then your mind shifts. And in this particular program, in this particular my top tier business, it's way better than what I was a part of previously, because of just the dynamics of what they do for you, and just how it just removes the struggle and the barrier of really trying to be a salesperson, which a lot of people aren't, and it removes that completely from the process. So if you're still on the brink, after this point, then I really want to say that what are you waiting for? Get started. It doesn't hurt to give it a shot. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. I really believe that. And if you get started now, I guarantee that you'll definitely be a part of my clique, and we can definitely connect and really change our lives and the people around us lives forever.